Good evening, listeners. Tonight, I want to take you on a journey through a story that chilled me to the bone the moment I heard it. It happened on a night that many in Thailand hold sacred, Wan Phra Yai, the holy day. A time when the moon shines brighter than usual, when people gather to make merit, and when, as local beliefs say, the veil between the living and the dead grows thin. The man who shared this experience, his name is Jack, a regular guy, hardworking, practical, the kind who doesn't scare easily. Every Friday, Jack would leave Bangkok after work and head back to his hometown of Wan Phra Yai with his girlfriend. It was a weekly routine, familiar roads, familiar stops, nothing out of the ordinary. But one Friday that routine broke. His girlfriend got off work early and told Jack to meet her at a relative's house instead. She sent him a location pin. Simple enough, right? But when Jack finished work and hit the road that night, the sky was unusually clear. The moon glowed large and silver above the horizon, casting long shadows across the pavement. It was Wan Phra Yai, but Jack didn't think much of it. Not yet. He followed the directions, trusting the GPS like most of us would. But then, the map rerouted. Once, then again. Each time, it said faster route found. Jack tapped accept. He just wanted to get there quickly, maybe beat the traffic. But in that moment, without knowing, he left the world he knew behind and entered hers, a spirit who never made it home, a woman lost between worlds. And as Jack turned onto that quiet, winding rural road, with coconut trees looming on either side, he had no idea that he wasn't driving alone anymore. So, lean in, turn the lights low, and if you're listening from your car tonight, you might want to avoid looking in your mirrors. This is the woman in the rear view. Jack was a man of habit. Every Friday, like clockwork, he'd clock out around 7 p.m., scoop up his girlfriend, and the two of them would head back to Wan Phra Yai for the weekend. Familiar roads, familiar rhythm, nothing strange, nothing spooky. But this Friday, this one wasn't like the others. His girlfriend had finished work early and decided to go ahead to a relative's house. She sent him a pin, said, "Meet me here." Simple enough. Jack left work a little later than usual, tired but ready to unwind. He popped the location into his GPS, turned up the radio, and began the drive. Bangkok lights faded behind him as he cruised into quieter country roads. Then, halfway through, his GPS pinged. Faster route available. He glanced at the screen. The new path cut across some local roads, shorter by 10 minutes. Why not? He muttered and tapped accept. About 10 minutes later, another ping. Even faster route found. A smaller, even more rural path this time. Jack hesitated for half a second, then shrugged. Let's get this over with. He took the turn, and just like that, he left the road he should have taken, the path that would have kept him safe. As he drove deeper, the scenery began to shift. Streetlights vanished. Houses grew farther apart. Darkness thickened. The road narrowed, flanked on both sides by dense coconut groves and tall, whispering trees. The night was silent, too silent. Even his radio cut out. Static, then nothing. Jack tightened his grip on the wheel. It's just a back road, he told himself. Shortcut, it's fine. But deep down, something felt wrong. The air got heavier. The road winded into sharp turns. The moon, high and full, cast strange shadows through the trees. That's when he saw her. Up ahead, at the bend near a narrow bridge, someone was sitting by the side of the road. A woman, slouched, motionless, hair covering her face, clothes tattered and sagging off her shoulders. Jack slowed, squinting. Was she hurt? A homeless wanderer? He didn't stop, just kept driving slowly past her. Tried not to stare, but the moment he passed, something made him glance at the side mirror, and that's when he saw it. She moved, fast, like a blur, straight toward his car. Then thud, a loud, solid bang on the side door. Jack slammed the brakes. His heart dropped. He thought, did I hit her? Did she throw herself at the car? He jumped out, eyes darting to the road, scanning in all directions. Nothing, no one. He circled the car. No damage, no woman, not even footsteps on the dusty road. Just silence, and the soft rustling of leaves in the wind. Jack didn't wait. He jumped back in, locked the doors, and gunned it toward the pinned location. But from that moment on, He had a passenger, one he never invited. The road began to close in. What had started as a simple shortcut now felt like a path forgotten by time. The pavement cracked, grass pushed up from the edges, and on either side, tall coconut trees loomed. Dozens, maybe hundreds, casting long, spindly shadows under the silver moonlight. Their fronds swayed in the wind like arms reaching out. Jack rolled down the window slightly. The air was thick, heavy, almost damp, and so quiet. It felt like the world was holding its breath. He swallowed. His eyes flicked to the GPS, still following the pin, still getting closer. But the path? It felt less like a road and more like a warning. Then, up ahead, a small bridge came into view. A simple crossing over a narrow canal. Jack slowed, not because he had to, but because something caught his eye. A shape, slumped, barely illuminated by his headlights. A woman, sitting by the edge of the road, right before the bridge. Her hair was wild, tangled like vines. Her clothes hung off her like rags. She wasn't just sitting. She was crouched, almost folded into herself. Knees up, head bowed, arms limp at her sides. Jack furrowed his brow. Was she hurt? For a second, he considered stopping, but something off about her posture made him hesitate. She must be homeless, he thought. It's sad, but I can't get involved. Not out here. He turned his gaze back to the road, keeping the car steady as he rolled slowly past. And then, thump. A sickening, solid slam against the passenger's side. What the? Jack hit the brakes so hard the tires shrieked. He froze, chest rising, heart hammering. His eyes darted to the side mirror. Nothing, not a soul. He threw the door open, stepped out into the cold night. No footsteps, no woman, no sound, except the whisper of wind through the coconut trees. He circled the car, checked under it, around it. Nothing. The road was empty, like she was never there. Jack's stomach twisted. This wasn't tiredness. This wasn't stress. Something else was happening. He didn't look back, didn't even close the window. He jumped into the car, slammed the door, locked it, and floored it toward the location pin. Whatever he'd seen, or hadn't seen, wasn't done with him. Not yet. Jack made it to the house. His girlfriend opened the door with a smile, none the wiser. He greeted her like nothing had happened. Because what could he even say? I think a ghost jumped on my car. No, so he kept it to himself, locked the memory away, told himself it was just exhaustion, a moment of fear amplified by darkness and trees. But the silence didn't last long, because on Monday morning, back at work, a colleague leaned over his desk with a grin. Hey man, so who was that girl with you on Friday night? Jack blinked. What girl? You know, long hair, kinda pale? I saw her in your car when you pulled into the parking lot. Jack felt the air go cold. He forced a chuckle. Nah, must have been a reflection or something. I was alone. The coworker frowned. Huh, looked real to me. He shrugged it off, but inside his chest tightened. Later that week, he and his girlfriend visited her parents. Her mom smiled and said warmly, So you brought your sister this time? Jack paused, confused. I don't have a sister. The smile faded. Oh, I saw a girl with you, in the back seat. Thought she might be family. Jack said nothing, but now he knew. It hadn't been a bump on the car. It hadn't been his imagination. She was real. The woman from the side of the road was still with him, quiet, watching, waiting, and everyone else could see her, except him. That night, Jack tried to pretend everything was fine. A few drinks, laughter with friends. They joked like friends do. Hey Jack, one of them laughed, clapping him on the back. Next time, don't be shy. Bring that girl in the back seat in for a drink. Everyone laughed. Jack didn't. He managed a weak smile, but inside his heart dropped. They'd seen her too. On the drive home, the road felt longer, colder, empty, but never quiet. He kept his eyes locked forward, hands tight on the wheel. Don't look, just drive. Every shadow along the roadside seemed to stretch toward him. The silence inside the car was thick, like someone was there, just behind his seat, breathing. The city lights faded. Then came a red light, a long one. Jack's mind whispered, don't do it. But his eyes moved on their own, to the mirror, and that's when he saw her. A woman, right behind him. Her hair hung in wet, tangled strands. Her face, bloated, bruised, rotting, mouth half open, eyes clouded like milky glass, staring straight at him. And worse, her head was tilted forward, resting on the top of his seat. She was that close. Jack's breath caught in his throat. He couldn't move, couldn't scream, his body frozen. But his mind screamed just one thing, over and over. Get home, get home, get home. And somehow, through pure will, through sheer panic, he drove, not looking back, not blinking, just hoping to outrun something that wasn't bound by roads or time. But you and I both know, some passengers never get out. Jack didn't stop driving until he reached the house. He burst through the door, face pale, hands shaking. His girlfriend looked up, startled, and finally, he told her everything. The woman on the road, the thump, the way strangers kept seeing her when no one should, and that face in the mirror. Her parents, wide-eyed with fear, wasted no time. They urged him, "You must go to the temple, bless the car, make merit." Jack agreed, but deep down, he needed more than a blessing. He needed to understand. So, he started asking around. Old neighbors, locals, the ones who remember things others forget. And that's when the pieces came together. Years ago, right near that canal, a woman had been left behind. Her lover drove off, abandoning her in the middle of the night. No money, no way home, just heartbreak and the heavy weight of betrayal. And under the light of a full moon, she ended her life. Alone, angry, still waiting. Jack's chest tightened, because the night he'd seen her, when the moon lit up the road like daylight, when the shadows seemed too close, and the air felt too still, it had been Wan Phra Yai, the sacred night, when the veil between worlds thins, when the living walk alongside the dead. And sometimes, the dead reach out, still hoping for a goodbye they never got. Some say, spirits only linger when they have unfinished business. A final message, a last goodbye, a wound that never healed. But others believe something far darker, that once a spirit chooses you, you're marked, tethered. You carry them until you help them find peace. Or worse, they pull you in, into their sorrow, their rage, their world. So, dear listener, if you're driving alone tonight, and the air suddenly turns cold, if you feel the weight of unseen eyes behind you, don't look back, not in the mirror, not over your shoulder. Just drive. Until next time, sleep well, if you can.